Young and Indigenous Podcast is an outlet for people to know about Indigenous knowledge, storytelling, and history. Through our youthful journeys as Indigenous people, through these stories, young people and elders share their experiences with us. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do this.
About to tell some red stories. Stay tuned.
Yay, podcast!
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Young and Indigenous. Today here we have
I'm Roy.
Santana, Haley,
Wakisha,
Bella, and today's episode we're discussing social media and how it affects our mental health. So we've all grown up with social media as being a big part of our lives. We're all on it, we all use it daily. And today we're kind of wanting to talk about kind of the positives, some of the negatives, and how it really affects our mental health. So how do you guys all use social media? What platforms are you guys on? What are you guys typically posting?
I'd be on Instagram, Facebook to like communicate with my older family members for real, because for some reason everyone above the age of 30 is just primarily
For
on
real.
Facebook.
You ain't old until you throw back to MySpace days.
Okay.
That's all I got.
I was
had a
alive during
MySpace.
that time, but I did not have a MySpace. I don't know how you had a MySpace. That's crazy.
I made my mom sign me up so I could have Rihanna in my top 8. No, that was the only reason. Looking back to that top 8 stuff, that stuff was ruthless.
What is the top 8 thing?
You like literally picked who like your top 8 friends were, and it's like you let it known to the world that like these are the only people I mess with. And so like so beef would be starting because someone wasn't in your top 8 or this person was in your top 8 for this long, but they were only in for this long.
kind of
and,
like the OG Snapchat where you could see people's top 3 best friends. That started some shit.
Oh my
wow.
god. I didn't even know about that. I got on Snapchat kind of late, I'm not gonna lie.
When did you guys all get on social media? Like how old were you when you first got onto like a...
I think I was like 14 or 15, but it was heavily monitored.
Mm-hmm.
Heavily.
Yeah.
I'd say 12. I got MySpace.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think probably be around the same age as Bella. 12. I was super young.
I didn't even know how to use it. Somebody else set it up for me. And then they went on there, so I had to change my password because they were getting on my
Just
MySpace all the
hacked you?
time. And I was like, freaking weirdos.
I think I was like 7.
Damn.
That's pretty young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
And it was Facebook.
I think I'm primarily on Facebook for when I weave things to like get the older people, because that's basically the only people that buy stuff. And I want to say to be connected with all of my older family too, because they don't have anything else or they don't know how to use anything else.
Do you guys post on social media? I'm more of like I'm a reposter. I don't know if I ever post much of my own stuff. Unless it's like Instagram.
I used to be active on TikTok a bit. Used to
You
post a lot of
were?
TikToks. Yeah. It's for like promoting music, I guess, but like it's like 100 views, 3 likes, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. Instagram sometimes I kind of like I'm starting to shift towards more of like an aesthetic Instagram page.
I have it all. I have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, but I think my go-to lately has been TikTok for sure.
Mm.
TikTok, I don't know what inspired me. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. Like, you guys know I'm like super passionate with like advocating against tribal disenrollment and blood quantum.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like, I just started making videos like that, and then they just started to like blow up to where like now my following on TikTok is like at like 34,000.
Oh
And
my
it's
God.
like
Are you
it's
TikTok
What?
famous?
What?
Wow.
What? Hold on, my hands are clammy. I'm finna look at this. What is your TikTok? Tell me now.
Tana Bang.
At Tana Bang.
Follow me. Yeah, so with TikTok, I just started posting like my experience, and like it became like really educational to where it's like if you guys are on TikTok too, then you'll notice like there's a huge Native community within itself on
Yeah.
TikTok. And that community is so beautiful. Like, but then it has its bad side of it too. Like I had people commenting on my like some of my educational posts like, oh, you're really claiming that 2% Native, huh? Like them type of like really harsh comments.
Mm-hmm.
And at first it would get to my head, but now it's like I don't really care. So I would say TikTok is like my favorite because it's of like all the trends and then like the Native community, and like there's just so much things that are shared, and I love how people like become famous like overnight.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like the right people are getting
Yeah.
platforms now. It's not pushed out by like sponsored posts.
And like artists too, like singers, rappers, like anything you could think of in the form of like art or like educational or informal, like you be getting some views on there, like high views. It's like the algorithm on there is different.
Yeah, I feel like you can learn like a lot of stuff on there. Like I've been learning about cooking and how to work on my car. And I forgot what else. What is it called? Oh, there's like a abbreviation for it, but the Indian. Do you remember what I said?
ICWA.
Equa,
Yeah, I don't know. Tell me how I knew. Yeah, the Indian child welfare act.
Welfare.
That's a tongue twister.
Yeah, you knew what we were saying.
Yeah.
I knew what you
Yeah.
were talking about. I didn't find out about that until TikTok.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have
I
known.
learned most of that stuff on TikTok.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just so educational. Like,
Mhm.
it's amazing. It's so crazy that a platform like that can have like, it's so useful, but then again, like you get the bad side of it and the negative comments and the like. Would you guys? I kind of have a TikTok addiction.
I do too. Like, no lie, not been to sleep yet
Yeah.
because I was on TikTok like all night last night and I couldn't go to sleep for the life of me.
Bro, have you ever been to the bottom of the For You page? It's crazy.
No, I keep
It's
seeing
so
the same
scary
videos
down there.
Like it'll just keep showing me like the same videos over and over again. And I'm like, all right, I guess it's time to get off TikTok. But
It's messed with my time management so much. Like this morning, I woke up late this morning, stayed in bed late because I was watching like the last half of Ramona and Beezus. That would just kept showing up on my For You page, so I just started watching it, and then I wasn't out of bed till like 9:30.
Like the TikToks where it's just like a clip of a movie with like subway surfers and like under it, or like
It got
someone
me.
doing something.
My
sure.
attention span is like gone.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Anything longer than a minute, I'm out. There was an article that I was actually featured in because of my content on TikTok. They were like,
was that the Bellingham Alive one?
no, it was this guy through, I forget what it was, but I'm pretty positive it was PBS. I'll have to double look. I'll share it with you guys through text. But there was like 5 other TikTok creators that were covered as well that are doing like work within like education, decolonization,
Mhm.
like all of that. And so they did like highlight features, and then they like asked me about like blood quantum and like tribal disenrollment, and that was like my first like time where I was like, dang, people are like connecting with like
Mm-hmm.
my stuff that I put out on Facebook or TikTok.
I didn't even know that you got featured in these articles. That's dope.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
Yeah, majority of them has been through like for everything that was going on with the tribal disenrollment, but majority was from there. But there was that one person that was like, I seen your TikTok. I was like, what? I know your TikTok show up on my For You page, not even my following, my For You page. Nice. And so I'm just like, nice. I want to start creating again. It takes a lot out of you though to like create something every single day. Like it's like another job, literally.
Do you ever get like anxiety
From
before you're
posting?
posting?
Yeah. Sometimes I've deleted a lot of my stuff like after posting because I'm like, oh, people aren't like really, they didn't get what I was saying, or they took it the wrong way, or like, yeah. So sometimes I overthink a lot and I'll just like go and delete something. Whenever I post on anything, I have to like post it and then like take my phone away from me so I'm not looking at what's all coming in with it because I get so scared.
Whenever I post something, I always ask my friend, I'm like, hey, does this look okay? Or does this sound right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't sound dumb, do I?
Can you guys think of any other like negative effects that social media brings?
I think social media is, well, let me think about what I'm trying to say, because I see my little brother on social media all the time. Like, he's always scrolling through reels, maybe not reels, but like YouTube shorts. He's always on that. I'm just like, bro, I feel like that's going to be so devastating to his attention span growing up. It's like
if that's messing us up, he's like, his brain is still developing.
it's still developing. So like that part kind of concerns me. But then they have like the parenting rules and like all that stuff. So I don't know.
But I use Facebook and Snapchat and Instagram, and I kind of just use it I use it a lot for fitness, and I inspire a lot of people to go and work out, especially after having a baby, and I'm almost 5 months postpartum, and I think I'm in a lot better place than I was a few months ago when I started in February. But I don't know, just like you guys said before, I use Facebook for close friends and family, just to keep them updated on my kids. And I don't really post a lot on Instagram. I'll like use the stories because it connects with Facebook. And then I also do TikTok. I like TikTok because of all the inspirational quotes that come up. But I think it really helped me get out of a lot of things because I don't know, say like if I didn't have someone to talk to, TikTok was there. And I think the negative effects I see is everything is not what you see on Facebook. There could be a lot of people dealing with things that are in social media. I think there's a lot of things that people deal with that they don't really show on the camera than what's behind closed doors. And
No, I literally feel you on that. Like, I swear, like lately I've been wanting to post like a really heartfelt status about like, I know, oh my God, I might even get emotional. I know like everybody like sees like all the good stuff that I post and like me speaking here, or me doing this, or like, I feel like a lot of people from the outside think that my life is just so great, you know, because of like where I'm at in my life and like how much I had to like work for me to get to this point, but they don't see like the pain and the tears that like went into that, you know what I mean? And like, I really just want to remind people to just be kind to one another because we don't know what someone is going through. And yeah, I've like literally, that's been on my heart a lot, like of just like, okay, yeah, you see me doing all these amazing things, but like, little do you know, deep down inside, I'm like questioning everything I'm doing. I'm like doubting myself, like, and it's like every day is like a battle in my mind of like the good and the bad, you know? But like, yeah, that's totally true. Like people like they literally only see what you post. They don't know like what you're actually going through, like behind closed doors.
Yeah, I think another negative effect is not having the connections of, I guess, like we used to when we were younger. Like social media became such a big platform, and we're just so used to just connecting over social media. And then, like, when you see a person in public, you're like, I talk to you on social media, but I don't like talking to you in person. So you totally avoid the person. You're like, I'm going this way.
Yeah.
Such big social anxiety because of social media, and I will be the one that's terrified to not say hi to somebody in person. But I'll comment on your status and say, "Good job," and I'll be like, "Congratulations!" Yeah, but like I will say no words in person.
I will act like I don't see you.
Like I will walk the other direction because it gets so scary. Yeah, that's a good one. Social anxiety, literally. Yeah, I see people in person. I'm like,
It's like, oh no, there's someone I know.
did they see me? I hope they didn't see me. It's so scary. Literally. I think it's just because like you're online so much, and that's your way of connecting with people. But in order to connect those people online, like you got to be sitting there on your phone by yourself, and so you're not getting out as much, and it's like isolating in a way when it's really supposed to be like bringing people together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but even like what Bella said, like before, like you think back to like our younger days, like that's so true. We were such a tight-knit family.
Mm-hmm.
And social media like really just became the norm to like, oh, I'm not going to follow that indigenous protocol and go to your house and sit with you anymore. I'm going to Facebook message you.
Or just show up.
Yeah. So let's not focus on all the negatives, because social media, like you talked about, like it's a way you advocate and like talk about things that are important to you. So like how can we use social media more as a tool in a positive way?
Mm-hmm.
Like we can connect with people, we can use it as a tool. Like how is social media positive?
I think using it for positive impacts, like, I don't know, just say like our ways of life and how so much of it was lost, and kind of like what we're doing now. The podcast is such a good outlet for a lot of people to know about who we are and where we come from and why it's important to tell our story. And just telling our youthful journeys, and like right now with this mental health, these mental health episodes, they're gonna help so many people that are from just our younger generations to, older generations. And
I'm going to backtrack to a negative and then go into a positive.
Okay.
I feel like I always use Facebook as like a diary. Like I'm gonna go to my status, and I'm gonna vent.
I did that for the longest time.
I'm gonna vent on my status, and sometimes it's some like real feelings, what I'm really feeling in those moments. But I think the negative about that is people will use that to your advantage, or to their advantage, I should say.
And like hold it against you.
Or like throw it back in your face. Like, remember that one time where you posted on your sob story on Facebook? It's like, yeah, how can I forget with you reminding me? But I think the beautiful part about like that is there's moments where like it truly does help me, like expressing like what I'm going through at the time, to know that there's so many other people out there that are like going through the same thing. And like I think it makes me feel a lot better when like people like share their story back with me, or like they just inspire me to keep going and really just instill that like confidence and strength back in myself. Because some people will be leaving some like really heartfelt comments that it's like, dang, thank you for that. Like it was just that one comment that made me feel better than I did 10 minutes ago, you know? And so I think there's beautiful parts to opening yourself up on Facebook, because I've had quite a few people reach out to me and like tell me that like my vulnerability is like beautiful. And like that really opened up the door for me to really believe that there is strength in vulnerability, and to be able to like openly be able to express yourself is a beautiful thing, because so many people connect more when you say what's on your heart and you like talk freely about it, I guess, you know, like people are just like, dang, like if she can do that, then why can't I? Or like, why do I feel the need to like bottle all these emotions or feelings up when it's not good for me? Because I remember when I used to do that, and I would get to a point where I would kind of just like explode, you know, by keeping like everything inside. But sometimes I just used it as a diary, as a place to like really express myself or like say what I'm going through. And sometimes it was used against me, and other times it made me feel a lot better.
Yeah. I like how you said you can use it to express yourself. I like to think that like I do that on my social media. Like it's not like artistic or like aesthetic, but like I like to take pictures of little moments that like bring me joy. Like this tree, it's a really pretty tree, so I'm gonna post it.
What tree?
And like a photo dump.
What tree?
She's just talking.
Oh, I thought you were talking about an actual tree. My bad. Oh,
That tree
He's
right
like,
there.
which one out
I
there?
really was like looking like which
Which one you want? Actually, that one's kind of cool.
Which one's that one?
The like,
I totally agree with your putting all your feelings on Facebook. I kind of cringe at some of the ones that I like when you go to see your memories.
I've seen yours before.
I was like,
You've
what
seen
was-
mine.
I was like, what was wrong with me? Just kidding. No, it was just like
Nothing.
I was just like feeling a lot and just put it all out on Facebook.
I think in those moments we just want to feel like we're seen and that like we're not alone.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like a cry for help too. Like, help me. In my Kevin Hart voice, help me. You guys know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I think it's just literally like we just want to feel heard. And sometimes we got to go to social media for that, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's what I like about TikTok. You're heard and you're seen on TikTok.
there's a community for everyone on TikTok.
Literally everyone. It's beautiful. I love it.
It's great.
Did you hear about them thinking about banning it?
Oh, they've been trying to ban it.
That's been
They've
going
been
on for, like,
trying to ban
2
it.
years now.
Oh,
I feel like
dang.
a scare like that gets brought up like every year for TikTok, just because they see how much influence it has over people.
You can learn
Like-
so much on TikTok that like you didn't learn in school.
We
Yeah.
have so much access to information we've never
Mhm.
learned before.
You could
Which
literally
they don't know how to
search
control
anything on
so,
there.
like,
Literally search
I think
anything.
I use TikTok more than I use like Google. Yeah, because it'll bring me a video and I can learn easier than like reading instructions on Google. TikTok has teach me how to bead.
That's what I was literally going to say. Like, you can literally search anything on there, and beading was like the first thing that came to mind. Like anything, you can search anything on there and you'll find it.
Can learn how to clean.
No, for real. Yes.
How to organize?
Yes. No, do you guys get those like organization TikToks where they like organize their pantry?
And I follow
it's
it.
like, yes.
Instantly.
It's so fucking great.
I go
Oh
to
my
the
God.
page and I'll be on it for hours. And
Okay,
I'm
I'm obsessed with ASMR videos too. Like, I will literally watch videos on videos of people just chomping at their food.
Oh, food? No, I watch
Yeah.
like the sand ones where they're like not chomping.
Oh, like-
cutting up the sand or like.
The soap
Yeah.
cutting ones are cool. Those ones are cool.
I like the ones where they're like crunching up like that powder, like
Oh yeah, like the chop
yeah,
stuff.
like the
Yeah.
chop stuff.
Mhm.
And they
Oh,
like
yeah.
they just
I've
like
seen
make it
those.
and then they crunch it all up.
What are some things you do to make sure social media stays a positive thing in your life?
Delete people.
Yeah. No,
I don't
actually
do that
though.
all
No,
the time.
actually though, like you delete people who are toxic to your social media.
No, I for real do.
Because like when you're on social media a lot, right? Like however much you are, and then there's like toxic people, they're gonna keep popping up. Like I'm
like-
hitting the block button
I'm
on
like,
that.
you were mean to me, delete.
Literally, yes.
I feel like you have so much power when it comes to things like that. Because like
Mhm.
my high school bully tried to add me on Facebook, and I was like, oh heck no, and I blocked them.
Mine's my neighbor. It's great.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's horrible.
your neighbor.
Yes.
Don't.
I'm not saying it.
Can't you like set a timer for the app?
I think yeah, you can like adjust your screen time to where it like will kick you off the app and not let you back in if you're over like a certain amount of time. Yeah. Not
I knew
me
that
though.
like you could like see your like screen usage in your settings. I didn't know that you
Oh,
could
I
like
have
do
that
that.
off. I have that turned off. 'cause
Yep. I don't want to see how
I'm
much
not.
on there.
I'm not setting it up so it kicks me off though. Like no, I want to be on TikTok whenever I want.
I have a bedtime set for mine. Like,
That's a good idea.
yeah, there's the bedtime set timer, and like, there's a time where I like want to go to bed, and it'll like shut all my notifications off for the night.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. And then like if I'm not talking to anyone or I'm just like bored and I get bored of social media, I kind of just throw my phone to the side now because I have kids. So I'm like, all right, just take this time for kids now. Got to get them ready for bed and go to bed, go to sleep and get ready for the next day. So I know I've done that for a while though. I kind of like, yeah, just not talking to anyone or just like kind of using it just to scroll through, and I'm like, all right, I don't need to be on this right now. So boundaries, exactly.
So actually you guys send us tips on how to
Well, kind of just like disciplining myself, kind of knowing what's important. And I don't know, for a while I've just had this like thing where I don't need, because there was a time where like I was super addicted to TikTok, and I realized I was starting to be on it a lot because of the pandemic of COVID-19. And then after like COVID-19, we're like kind of getting back into work and stuff, and I was kind of like, all right, I need to stop being on TikTok all night. So I started setting boundaries for myself, because I was also going to work out early in the morning, and I think that's what kind of helped me, is just disciplining myself and like saying like, okay, social media is always going to be there, but life, well, not that life isn't. I was like, there's these other things that I need to be doing that are going to pass by. So.
Are there like what spaces do you think are needed in order to like make more in-person connections?
I think finding like, I'm just gonna say like a hobby as like a blanket term, because like if you canoe pole, right, you meet so many people at these canoe races, like, and then like, yeah, like those are like the cool social places. Like you could be at a powwow and meet new people too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those like cultural places are really good places where you can meet new people who probably already know you or your parents. I don't know.
Or your grandparents.
No, but for real though. I know your mom. Like, how?
Yeah, I think for me, right now where I make my most connections is either through this work, through my new job, or through, like Roy said, canoe paddling. This is my 3rd year pulling with Seawolf. And the first 2 years, the first year I quit. I don't really remember why. The second year, my uncle was murdered, so I quit. This year, I like mentally prepared myself going into it, like saying like this is going to be my year. not only for myself, but for my crew. Like, I dedicate myself to a team that I've ended up quitting on. And like, that's been something that has like, I've regretted in my past. And like, now this year is different. We run 2 miles before. Let's not get into the 2 miles again. We won 2 miles before, and like, it really allows us to like bond, because we'll run in like pairs, and like, I switch it up. Like, I'll run with one person one day, run with another person the other day, and like, it really forms that like kind of team morale.
Yeah.
And then like lately, like, yeah, I mean, me and Bella know that that's all there was to do back in the day was drink with your friends and go out to clubs, and like, that's not how we live our life anymore. And it's like, that stuff was just, so you look back to those days and it was just so dumb. But now I crave nights where it's like, I just want to spend the night with my friend and like watch movies. And like, I was like really craving that type of moment. And then like, my best friend reached out to me, like, not last weekend, but the weekend before. And she's like, hey, do you want to come over and just play Mario Kart all night? And I was like,
Who are your friends?
I want
like,
to play Mario Kart all night. I was like, girl, when I tell you I've been craving like a night like this, where someone will just hit me up and say like, come lay in my bed and just play video games and watch a movie with me. Like, I was like, oh, I'll be right there. Click, head straight over there. Played Mario Kart all night, and then ended the night. She got me into, what was it? Love is Blind.
What?
And we started just binge watching this show, and then we're just like so into it. We're like slapping the bed, like slapping each other. Like, what is she doing?
Right?
What is he doing? What is going on right now? You know, and we just got so into it. And I was like, oh, I live for moments like this, where it's just like, you don't even have to do anything to like make a connection with someone. Like, there are so many different things, but like, even if you just go to your friend's house and watch a movie, play some video games, cook dinner together, like, that forms connections outside of social media too, that like will last a really long time. Like, I've been friends with this girl for like over 10 years, and like, we're finally in a place where it's like, we don't want to go to the club. We don't want to go do that. Like, we just rather stay home and eat all the junk food we can, and watch all the TV we can, and play all the video games we can. And like, when I started playing Mario Kart, I was like, talk about nostalgia, you know? Like, I was like, dang, that those really took me back to the days of like, or no, it was Mario World, you know, when you hop to different worlds and stuff. And yeah, it was just a good time. So I've been wanting to reach back out to her again for another night like that, because like, literally, like, I can just spend my weekends like that and be okay.
I miss moments and times like that. Like, I don't get a lot of those anymore, and it's just like you said, I crave for those type of nights too, just hanging out and not having to go out. And I always wish I didn't waste a lot of my 20s just going out all the time and just like thinking I was making connections like that. And then at the end of the day, I just kind of ended up alone. So
yeah, and it's just like moments too, when I saw you at the grocery store and I was like, come over for dinner, you know, like little like spontaneous moments like that, you know, like are always good too. And you could come over anytime, you know, I'm your freaking neighbor, literally.
I wish
I'll
people
cook for you anytime.
I wish people could come over to my house, but it's so tiny. I'm like, we'd be literally just crunching up in there. Because my living room is as big as this living room right here. And it's like, but no, I totally would love to. I always like, need my kids to have more connection, healthy connections. So.
We should do like a yay dinner every once in a while too, where it's
I
just like,
agree.
where it's just like,
Just the yay crew.
yeah.
for-
Sorry, Ellie. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I want nights like that too.
Get Mario Kart running right
Can
now?
we?
Can we
I
start
should get
running
it.
that?
You should get a Nintendo Switch, yeah, and we come over anytime. Bring it over.
It's my son's. I'll just
I bought it, so
I'm gonna steal my little brother's and bring it here. It's fine. So,
I bought it, and now Keith and Connor don't even play with it, and I'm like, I'm about to go play it by myself. Then just kidding.
Yeah. You guys are my friends. I like don't go to
Stop.
school or anything, and so work is my life, and y'all are my besties.
if I'm not at work, I'm at home.
Mhm.
Thank you for listening to Young and Indigenous. This episode was produced by Haley Garrow, Wakikia Curly Bear, Bella James, Ellie Smith, Santana Rabang, and Roy Alexander. Original music by Mark Nichols, Jay Kiesel, and Roy Alexander. And a huge thank you to our funders, the Diskern Foundation and the Whatcom Community Foundation. Yay Podcast is a part of Children of the Setting Sun Productions. We are a non-profit based in Bellingham, Washington, on the ancestral homelands of the Nooksack and Lummi people. Haishka for listening.